The Department of Education of Government of Sri Lanka's initiative to launch online application calling system to re-scrutinize the recently completed General Certificate of Education Ordinary Level Examination 2020 results. That means any student who have some doubts about the results or not happy with the provided results could apply for a recorrection of their exam papers. So since it's now online, the application or the payments also being made online, the government can take a step forward and then make sure that these recorrected papers also be given accessibility online to the students, so they can view their papers through the Department of Education website and see like since they pay 200 rupees each of them for each subject for re-scrutinization, they can be given a view of their this particular paper that they wrote from their own handwriting and indicate to them why the examination chief examination markers or the others are not happy and why the provided marks cannot be improved or given more marks. So I think, but without the paper being allowed to be downloaded, but still the students can take a photograph, but that's all right. But the thing is, it can be made to opportunity to discuss, even to give them explanation by the particular person who marked their papers as to why that their expected grades. Say some have expected a A grade, but they say they get a B. Some expect a B, but they get a C. So some expect a B, they get a A. There are a lot of situations like this. So even some children who expect a C get a sometimes. So those confusions have to be cleared, through displaying their paper, and then if they can even be asked to pay a little bit more for an explanation, and then show another student's paper who have got the expected standards of the Department of Examination of Government of Sri Lanka, and say why this grade cannot be improved. I think that can be done as a step forward under these situations of COVID-19 pandemic to improve the the examination writing skills of the students and to motivate them. I think not only that, in future, the marking of the examination papers, either it's a G.C.E O level or G.C.E advanced level papers, or university or vocational institutions, or even professional institutes, their examination papers could be marked online, right? Like students now, even though the proposed A-level examination now rescheduled, and the grade 5 scholarship exam, even though its timing is rescheduled again, still once those physically written papers are collected, they can be scanned and then they can be put on to the website, like with examination markers. The teachers who mark the papers given the accessibility to the database. Say each teacher is given 100 papers to mark, then they must be given a login details, like the login and the password to access the 100 papers that they have been given. So then they can mark them online through a particular software. They can indicate the marks, and then another examiner re-scrutinizes it for the second time, third time before the final grade is established. So now this process can be automated, where each teacher or each examiner's marks, first examiner, second examiner, third examiner, can be averaged and added automatically through the automated system online. Even examiners don't have to go to one central place, but they can here do the marking of the papers from home through online method. I think this would be a much better, easy way to solve this crisis of delays in releasing the marks and the grades for examinations that had been conducted physically. because during these days most of the examinations are done online, but in Sri Lanka, since O levels and the A levels are done uh, physically, I think at least the computerization of the examining part of it, the marking part of it, would ensure results to be released soon. And with regard to the the practical papers, since it was not possible to do the practicals now since schools are closed, I think it like in Edexcel International or the University of Cambridge or the International Baccalaureate system in United Kingdom or United States, the practical side must be replaced with a paper and supported videos on the YouTube. Now if it is a biological or laboratory experiment or a chemical laboratory or physical lab experiment that is needed for the, or it can be like a any other art based subject, practicals are needed. So they here the since it's not possible to do the practicals without accessing the physically the location, I think there can be like a paper to relate the practical side of the test, and also the students can be asked to post their practicals done from home, the videos, either without even the laboratory equipment, if they can describe, okay, this is how you take the this particular instrument, and this is how you measure it, and this is how you take the flask, and this is how you take the test tube, or how you do it. If they can describe it, even the art subjects, of course they can do it on display the practicals, they can record it and then upload it to the government department of examinations, where teachers also online access those practical results and then give the evaluation. So this is the only way to do it without delaying the releasing of these results, because there are subjects where the practicals are needed, but since practicals cannot be done, there has to be this alternative to support it. Because if it is completely ignored, the practical side of it for arts and science subjects, what will happen is it will not give the required intellectual ability to proceed for university undergraduate courses later. So I think the government must look into this immediately.